Alright, now it's a happy Christmas to me because I've just recently bought and took delivery of a new table saw. And yes, I got the Sawstop Compact Table Saw. I've had it in here for about a week. But confession, I haven't used it yet.
Say what?
Now one thing I've realised, or that I want to do for this table saw compared to the old, I want to have table extension. Now I've got this spare OSB. It's just a bit wider than the table saw, and I think it'll work fine for what I want to use it for. If it doesn't, then it's a prototype. So this is the area where I think it should go, because I don't want it to really interrupt with the rack and pinion fence. In reality, I wanted to have an Outfeed extension for the old table saw, but as that took up more room and the trolley's dimensions were done around the old table saw, there just wasn't the room to do one. When I first realised how much smaller the Sawstop Compact Table Saw was, I figured that an Outfeed extension could possibly work. So the first thing you see me doing is measuring out the length that the side supports will need to be and cutting them on the miter saw. Then we have a couple of quick clips showing how easy it is to attach the dust collection and raise the blade, which by the way was a very smooth action. All I needed to do was cut the side and front supports, and then that was the first cuts on the table saw done.
Oh, you rugged Jerry!
Moving on to attaching the pieces to the top of the extension. To start, I was just quickly marking out the width of the supports, just so that I know what the area is to drill into. Then I used one of my new Bosch drill bits. Recently I bought some new bits as my previous ones took a while to drill into the wood. To be fair, they may need to be sharpened, but they were also cheaper bits. The piece that was for the front support was just a bit too long, so I just cut it to size by hand. The next thing I needed to do is work out where on the trolley that I would need to attach the supports. So I quite simply placed the top on its side and made marks. When it came to drilling through the support though, I had to make sure that I missed the screws that I'd used to secure the plywood down. Admittedly, I didn't have to put supports here. I could have just easily used the legs for the same purpose. So, why did I get the Sawstop Compact Table Saw? Well, if you've watched some of my recent videos, you'll have known that I wasn't happy with my old Evolution one, which by the way I donated to a local charity called the Tyneside Community Woodshed, and there's a link to their Facebook page below. Also, when I was at the North of England Woodwork Show, I was very impressed with the Sawstop. Not just for the safety features, but also the build quality. I had made my mind up then that I was going to get one. So far, I'm not disappointed with my purchase. I was surprised that the kickback holes for the blade guard aren't included. Back to the build. Obviously, this is a build that can be done in one day, but as with any YouTube video, delays happen when you have to work out camera angles, etc. Once I had the supports, then I had to figure out the drilling positions on the top side of the supports. The video probably makes it look easier, but with my fingers I had to locate the original drill holes, then make a mark with a pencil and hope that I would be able to see the marks in order to drill them. Good news, it worked. After that, it was a simple case of attaching the supports to the top to see how it looks, and then get ready to do the legs. Now I have to say at this point I am happy with how it was all going. The real problem that I have had to work out though is the legs. Now ideally I wanted to have them to fold away, but due to the length of them that wouldn't work. So it's a case of making slots for them, and then after I finish using the table saw, put the legs away somewhere. I'm going to make some like little blocks for them. I mean, this is like roughly the same size as the legs, so it'll be a little kind of block there with some scrap at either side for them to sit into. And so starts the easiest part of the build. Just a few bits of scrap wood nailed together and then also nailed to the front support. I'm glad I decided to have a front piece there now. And that's it, my Outfeed table done. As you've seen from the assembly there, I still have a bit of a problem with the legs. One drops while the other one I'm trying to put in, but over time, no doubt I will come up with a better solution for that. And if you've got any suggestions or things I could do a bit different on this, I mean, I am happy with how the top is and how I've got it connected on the sides. It's just the legs I maybe just need a bit of advice on. If you've got any, drop a comment, be much appreciated. And until the next time, gang canny man.